is that I come on the trip.
Oh, okay. Is there like a service we can pay for that not to happen?
A premium?
An extra fee.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of an interesting discussion. Sometimes back here with the boys, we got Tarun, Haran, and Christian, and today we got two special guests.
Ooh.
My friends from my time in Chicago. Oh, they're also my friends after I leave Chicago, but I
As if we're not going back to Chicago.
Nitin and Swati. Yeah, do you guys want to introduce yourselves to the podcast?
Hi, everybody. My name is Swati. I am a recent grad of the Ohio State University. I moved to Chicago in October. And in January is when Harsha moved and goes to school with my roommate, and I met my roommate and I live with her. So that's how I met Harsha. But so I moved to Chicago in October, and in the city I work in healthcare consulting, and I like to have fun with my friends.
Nice.
All right, so I'm Nitin. I know Harsha through Renee. I remember the moment I met Harsha. He was sitting on her couch, and I walked in. I was like, "Who's this guy?" Who's this cool guy who has a podcast?
Classic.
All right. Yeah, that's how I met Harsha. And then I am a medical resident at Northwestern in family medicine. When I'm not doing that, I like to take pictures and hang out with my friends and eat different types of food. So I'm always looking for new food recs.
Okay, well, I also have a food Instagram.
Damn, it's a competition now.
I was like, okay, if we're gonna go for
I just said I like to eat
hobbies.
food. What are you talking about?
I also like to eat food. I also like to make food.
What's it called?
It's called Thanks, Harsha. It's called Sweet and Swati.
That's a good name. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know I'm not normally super punny, but that one I kind of popped off with. So like and subscribe. I'll follow for a follow.
Yeah, Nathan, what's yours called?
So I don't really use it too much anymore, but it's called Charlie's.
You should tell them that your last name is Charlie.
Yeah, his last name.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're probably wondering
okay.
why.
I was like, what's the correlation?
That was like the biggest
Shout out
crickets
Charlie.
moment.
Good luck, Charlie, man.
I just really like that name. So Charlie is my last name.
Okay.
So Nathan Charlie. I'm Malu, if anyone knows, if you know, you know.
Great.
No
We
one
don't
knows.
You don't know? Does anyone know? Oh, man. Wait, you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Oh,
but-
okay.
But we don't know. We know,
We
but
know.
we don't know.
We know what that
You
is.
know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, exactly.
So yeah, as they mentioned, I met them in January at Swati's apartment. Swati, you wanted to share, I guess, your first impressions of me that day, and that day in general.
Yeah, that night was like such a tumultuous night. So basically this was like early January, and we'd gotten back from not break, but going home for the holidays and whatnot. And this was a Thursday night hang, and Thursday nights are infamous at our apartment. Just because we just always have friends over, and so I had just gotten my wisdom teeth out the week before, and so I was still doing the whole mashed food blah blah blah, but I was kind of getting sick of soups and shit, so I was like, okay, I want to make my own cabbage soup, or not cabbage, sorry, cauliflower soup. Cauliflower, yeah, there you go. So I was
disgusting.
who said that?
Nathan, not
Charlie.
me.
That was Harsha.
Never on Charlie's, bro. Never on Charlie.
Yeah.
That was Harsha.
Anyways, yeah, so basically I was in the kitchen, and I had just blended the cabbage soup or whatever, and or cauliflower soup, my bad. And as cauliflower soup sounds like it would be, it kind of looked disgusting, but Renee was like, hey, my friend Harsha is gonna come over tonight, and I was like, okay, fine. And also another thing, I'm sure you guys could tell from Renee also living with her, at any given point, there's 40 people at our apartment. There's just always people at our apartment. It's like a fun mod podge of you just get to meet new people. But I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And I was like, as soon as also Harsha, Renee told me your name was Harsha, I was like, okay, this guy's definitely Telugu. Also, for context, I'm Telugu too. So I was just like, oh yeah, he definitely, it's not Harsh.
Yeah, we know that one. We know that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Malu? No.
Yeah. Anyway, so Harsha walks in, and also Renee's a big prankster, so she was like, okay, like let's tell him that you're just like a friend off the street, like you don't actually live here. And I was like, okay, sure, like I'm like totally cooking in this kitchen, but whatever. So he walks in, and Renee was like, oh yeah, like this is my friend Swathi, she's just like, and I was eating the cauliflower soup on the couch, and she was like, yeah, like she just came and was just hanging out, and I'm like, hi Harsha, like do you want to try this cauliflower soup? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, yeah, I don't blame you. But yeah, he didn't want to try the cauliflower soup, and then I don't know how Harsha, how long did you believe that I didn't live there for? Like, did you believe it at all?
No, I believed it initially because like I didn't come into the apartment thinking that I was gonna get lied to immediately, but so I was like, okay, that's fair. Like I just met Renee too. Maybe she just met Renee and then, new friends or whatever. And then you got up and then you like went to your like this kitchen and like you had the soup, and I was like, there's no way like a stranger would just start cooking in this.
You thought it was like a refugee shelter or something? Like Renee would just bring in refugees.
Honestly, looking at the cauliflower soup, yeah, maybe.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
No, but I did try it though. I did say yes. Actually, I tried it.
Wait, did you try it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did.
I remember trying it. it too.
Okay, Nathan. Yeah, I remember your opinion about it.
It was actually quite good. Like, it was quite good.
Honestly. No, Nathan was like, my mom makes cauliflower soup. This doesn't taste like that. And I was like, okay, God, like, savage. Wait, Harsha, did you like the soup?
It was okay. I had one spoon. I didn't go for a second.
Oh God. Yeah.
For what it sounds like, it was better than what it sounded like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's a great backhanded compliment.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. I mean, it also sounds like it looks like, it doesn't sound like it would like look good or taste good. But anyways, okay, so back to the story. So basically Harsha tried some of the cauliflower soup, and then yada yada, he finds out that I actually do live there. We chat a little bit, whatever. And then keep in mind, I just got my wisdom teeth out, and I also had my wisdom teeth with me. Like they were cleaned and I had them in a little baggie. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to continue the pranks, and we knew Nathan was coming that night. He comes and we were like, okay, what should we do as like a prank? Actually, this was before he got there, so chronology. Anyway, so we were like, what should we do for Nathan? And I don't know whose idea this was, Harsha. Whose idea was it?
It was definitely Renee's idea.
Yeah, okay, it was probably Renee's idea. But she was like, we should put one of my teeth in the glass of water and offer it to Nathan and be like, hey, Nathan, you want a glass of water? Which also I feel like is so weird because like whenever Nathan comes, he does not drink water at our apartment. Like I just don't see you drinking glasses of water. So
what are you drinking instead, Nathan?
Coke.
Coke.
Oh,
Coca-Cola.
Of course.
You're drinking bags
I'm a
of Coke.
fiend for some Coca-Cola, you know?
Yeah, so then we walked in and Nathan walked in and I was like, okay, so I was in charge of putting the teeth in the glass of water and handing it to him. So he was going to go grab his own glass of water and I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I got it. Like, he's probably like, why should
Oh, what a good host.
I know, actually. And this is
I wasn't used to this type of behavior.
Bruh, I feel like this is back when I feel like we didn't know each other that well either. So you probably could have thought I was like that nice. So, and I'm not, for context, I'm not. So Nathan goes to sit down. Nathan goes to sit down and I like put the tooth in there and then I like go to hand the glass of water to him and he's like not fazed by it. And then this man's, Nathan, do you want to explain all of like the little sciencey shit you were explaining about the glass of water?
No. I think you're a better storyteller than me. So go ahead.
No. Well, anyways, basically what he was doing was he was like holding the glass of water and there's like a literal fucking tooth at the bottom of it. And he was like, this water, like, the sediments are at the bottom of it for some reason. And we were like, what is he talking about? Like, why doesn't he just drink the water? And he was like, yeah, why are the sediments rising? Or like, you know what? Actually, the rate at which these chemicals are rising, that's alarming. And we were like, bro, you're just pulling all this shit out of your ass. Like, we don't know what you were talking about. And then he, like, finally stops talking and, like, goes to drink the water. And then we were like, no. Because the tooth was in there. And then he was just like, what the hell
The
is
funny
happening?
thing is, while Nathan was explaining all that science stuff and like, we didn't know what he was talking about, whatever, there's somebody else there, though, just, like, correcting him, too. They're like, actually, you're wrong.
It was Harsheen. So she's a chemical engineer.
Yeah. She's like a cousin of a friend. So she's super cool, but she is definitely like super smart. And she was like, actually, that sediment is red rock. Or like whatever. And we were like, okay.
Yeah, she knew what she was talking about.
Did you brush the teeth beforehand? Wouldn't it have been fine for him to drink it?
No,
Yeah.
bro, they were so gross. They were like, I honestly was like scrubbing the teeth to get like the blood and like the cartilage off of it. Like the dentist did not give me like clean ones. They gave me like fully bloody teeth. So I was just like, that's nasty. But
I mean, I guess
listen,
in his defense, like he wasn't gonna expect you to serve it to your guest.
yeah,
I didn't keep my teeth after I got them removed.
Yeah, I didn't get to keep mine either.
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't even ask for
I didn't
mine. They
either.
just, like,
They just gave it to you.
yeah, they were like, take it, please. But yeah, so that was super fun. But I just remember like that night though, I was like, this is the first time we're meeting this guy, and poor Harsha was just sitting on the couch, just like, what the hell is happening? Like, we were like, what? He was probably like, what is this freak show I fucking entered? But lo and behold, that next Thursday night he came, so something must have worked. But I think he was definitely like a little like weirded out. Like, were you super just like, who are
Disturbed.
these people? Yeah, disturbed.
I don't know. I wasn't disturbed, but I was just I got asked a lot of questions. So I just like I talked about myself. It's pretty easy. So yeah, I didn't feel like that at all. I think I was more weirded out about that I got lied to, that like who's in the house. And then when she came to get the cauliflower soup, she's like, "Wait, Harsha, look at this!" And she pulls out the drawer and it's her fucking teeth. And I'm like, that was the first like 10 seconds of me entering this apartment for the first time. I
Oh
think
yeah.
after that, you can only go uphill from there. So
Yeah, you're like, we've already hit the weirdest. Like, it's only gonna get more normal. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that was super fun.
and I think so. I guess we started hanging out then. Like like Swati said, I came the week after, and then I think we got closer at our trip to UIUC. We did that in February. That was like probably like a month in. So we went because Renee was judging a Banger competition, and we got to Nitin drove us in his Tesla that he's sitting in right now.
Ooh.
We got basically a paid for weekend to do whatever we wanted. And actually, Swati, you want to talk about, or Nitin, you want to talk about the trip at all? Like, what you think of it and about your budgeting skills?
About my budgeting skills. I didn't really have any budgeting skills.
Yeah, Swati's budgeting.
Yeah.
Swati's budgeting
So
skills.
Swati's very organized compared to me, so I defer to her when it comes to budgeting, and I think she really enjoyed it, and she was very keen to kind of point us out when we were spending over budget. But yeah, I think we came out net even, right? Or like maybe a couple dollars over.
Yeah,
So,
we were close, but
props
we
to
never even ended up getting
For
the money.
context. For context, like we got to go to this event, this comp, and like they gave us a hotel, and also they gave Renee like a $250 budget for like food and drinks, whatever, for the whole weekend.
So he split that amongst 5
But-
people.
4.
Oh,
Four
people. It was us three.
Oh, four,
Renee.
4. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But Renee was also at the comp the whole time, so it was kind of just us three for some of it too.
Hmm.
Yeah, and this was like still when we were like, I feel like getting to know Harsha, and like even like Nitin and I didn't even know each other that well too. So I feel like the three of us were just like little like ducklings without our mom. Like when Renee was leaving, I was like, Renee, don't go, please. I
You're
was
the
like,
bridge
I
that
don't know
holds
what
us all together. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, but it was good. It was good. Like I feel like we bonded plenty enough. Yeah.
Maybe
But
a little
I
too
feel
much, but
Yeah, definitely maybe too much. But I think
Would you say you 3 are better off without Renee now?
the three of us.
Yeah.
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 We're
She's
self-sufficient.
And that's exactly where she clicks off the podcast.
We start messaging
No.
all of us.
Yeah, no, she definitely needs to explain, or you guys need to explain the story about like the Harsha Tesla story. Then you need to do that. You remember?
I feel like we're talking about the Tesla too much. I
No, we need to focus on the
You would
Tesla.
think that. You would think that.
Nitin doesn't like to flaunt his Tesla.
No, but like he insisted on recording the Tesla. That's crazy. Like
Yeah, he's like literally.
we were like,
asking
Nitin, why don't
for
you go
the
record in the
attention.
apartment? He's like, oh, dude, there's nothing wrong, but like the Tesla just hit different. And it's like,
No,
like
no.
the sound sounds so much crisper in the
Please
Tesla.
stick.
And I was like, all right, man.
Please stick.
You can't hear the poor people from inside here.
Oh my god.
He's like, if there's no
You're
big
killing me.
iPad in my TV, or in my car, I don't want it.
I don't want
He's like,
it.
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm dead. What were you talking about? Oh, the story. So I feel like Swati, you could tell the story better. I keep deferring to you.
Stop deferring to me. You should tell it.
Okay. So I'll tell the story. So basically, we had some like free time between like Renee's comp, so like we didn't have to like be somewhere. So the four of us like went to this ice cream shop that was nearby, and it was like rated really well.
Our waiter recommended it from our lunch.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wait, from the sushi
I totally
place?
forgot
I
about
don't remember that.
actually.
Yeah.
Harsha, you're so good at remembering the small details. Wow.
That is
I had
Harsha.
literally
That is
no
that is
idea.
literally Harsha.
The shit
Yeah.
that doesn't matter, you're so good at it, man.
Savage. That was funny.
Damn.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so we were at this ice cream shop, and then so we were like all leaving the car and like walking into the ice cream shop, and Harsha was like at the front of the line, and he went to go like reach for the door, but then there's like this like 7-year-old like Caucasian kid that like opened the door for him.
Why don't you just say
And-
white?
I don't know.
Nathan's still in medical mode. He's like
Still in
a
medical mode, bro.
Caucasian 4-year-old with the primordial lobe of the medical brain. Like,
Lobe.
bruh.
Oh my god! All right, give me a break. Give me a break.
Just say. Oh
You're
my
killing
god.
me. Okay. Yeah, so this kid like opens the door, and what did you say exactly?
Yeah,
Harsha?
he opened the door for me, but he was already inside. So he just saw me coming in, and he opened the door for me. He was like, "Nice Tesla, dude."
No, didn't he say sir? Harsha, didn't he say sir?
Oh, sir. Yeah, probably said
Yeah, he
sir.
Oh
might have
my
said
God.
sir.
Sir.
And the funniest
Yeah.
thing is that Renee was right behind Harsha, so he like opens the door for Harsha and like probably proceeds to close it on her. Like he's like, that
Yeah.
bitch does not own a
Yeah.
Tesla. He's like, she looks grungy as fuck. She does not own the Tesla. It's probably this like brown guy that looks like an engineer. Oh, that's funny.
Damn. Harsha, how did that feel in that moment?
Yeah, how
you
did
feel
that feel?
validated
Good.
for being in the
It
friend,
felt-
friend group? Yeah.
Yeah, now I want to like get a Tesla just to have. I bet Nathan gets that treatment all the time.
No, I don't. That's the crazy part. I was like, damn.
Actually, like that like day we spent in Champagne, we got like a lot of compliments for the car. Right? I don't know if they've seen,
They have
Not
not seen Tesla
but they don't like they don't have Tesla. We did, it was like
no.
Absurd amount, but yeah, it was nice.
Yeah,
it was nice to
and
be
Nathan
famous.
was acting so like he was like, what? Like they think they think this is cool. Like, why would people be thinking my like $8 bajillion car is cool? Like I was like, bruh, just
Dude,
own
you're
it,
putting
bro.
words
Like,
in my mouth.
yeah, I was
words in
like,
my
just
mouth.
own it and move on. Like, why are you acting all like coy and shit? So
Which how
That was
butthurt
kinda
were you
funny.
when the kid recognized Harsha for the Tesla and not you?
Yeah. They must have.
Yeah, no, he didn't give a shit about me. He did open. He saw me. Didn't even open the door. I was like, all right, cool.
yeah, no, they did not give a fuck.
This guy stinks.
But yeah, I feel like I feel like it was a good trip overall, though. Like by the end of it, like even though like I feel like the whole time we were like joking, we were like Harsha probably wants to die, like he hates his life, like
What?
because he was just
Oh,
like
we do
like
those
What kind of
too,
joke
okay,
is
right.
that?
It's a casual joke, you know.
No.
Just casual.
Well, we would be like recording these like car videos, like you know how like it's like carpool karaoke with like James Corden and like, that kind of stuff. Like we would set
and like
up
4 people could participate because you don't have to drive in the Tesla, so it's kind of nice.
Mm.
That is pretty cool.
yeah. No, Nathan was like fully like choreo, like we're all in this together. Like this man's
Bro,
his
that's so
hands
crazy.
off.
He was
Yeah.
practicing for the competition on the way.
Wow. late
Yeah.
entry to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
Harsha was
but-
doing. Wait, Harsha was doing karaoke in this
Is
car?
bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah,
hell,
they're
nah,
I
really
need
dude.
these
this.
fucking videos, bro.
Yeah, I need
You
to see
got-
these videos.
Maybe we can play
You
like a
gotta see
snippet in the podcast.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm
We
putting.
can.
I'm gonna zoom in on him and put that on like on the big screen at the wedding, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes,
I got
We
We
gotta
gotta
send you guys
extra
some
power.
content.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please
Yeah.
do, please
Harsh,
do.
please.
we'll definitely send it to you before the wedding, and we'll find some like because we like documented it, like just like vlogging it and stuff. And Renee made a vlog of it at the very end. So
Mm.
we have just a dancing vlog, and we have like an actual like content vlog too. So you guys will get both of them. So
I've seen this out of Harsha.
Harsha,
I'm
what
excited.
the fuck, man?
Harsha,
This is
Harsha
ridiculous.
pretty much told us everything about all this stuff, like going to UIUC and the teeth and all this shit.
Yeah.
He left out the Bungra the car vlog thing
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
Something,
Yeah.
carpool karaoke.
Harsha, that was
Yeah.
like one of the most fun parts of the trip. Are you serious?
Right, Harsha?
Oh, yeah. It
Yeah,
was,
what did he tell you guys? I'm curious.
Oh, now that you mention it, yeah, I really like that.
A lot of fun.
Oh my god.
No, my people are hearing about this trip is before that trip happened. Harsha like told us like in the week before he was like, "Yeah, man, like I've been drinking too much recently. Like I'm gonna like take a break." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Like good for you, man. Like that's good." And then like that weekend he ended up sending a picture of like a Four Locos can. I was like, "Oh, this fucker."
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "There's no way you
God.
return alcohol with
Four
Four Loco."
We converted 2 people to Four Loco fans.
Ugh.
We were never
Wait.
fans though. Were we ever fans?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, man.
Oh,
We were
I mean,
18. It was just easy.
Like, yeah. Well, we
What would
introduced-
you guys like drink mainly in college and stuff?
Like freshman
Like-
year, it was like Four Locos.
Yeah,
if
for
like if we
Bad
because we
Dog.
couldn't like get like vodka unless we go to like a house party and it'd be warm and shit.
Yeah.
So we always get Four
Hey.
Locos. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, Harsha was a huge advocate for the Four Locos, and they were like green. Like,
Mhm.
not only do you know you're drinking shit, like it looks like shit.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
look like you're about to drink some like
Yeah,
radioactive.
but enough about the cauliflower
Like...
soup
Yeah.
though.
hey
Damn.
now.
Damn.
All I'll say is the cauliflower soup had nutrients. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. That is fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, so Harsha, why were you pushing the Four Locos?
No, like we just I don't know. We went to this place. It was called I forgot the name. Liquorland. That was the
Oh,
store,
Liquorland.
actually.
Liquorland. Liquorland.
I barely know her.
I wasn't pushing it. It was suggested,
okay.
and then
You
I
were
was like,
pushing it.
"Wait."
You-
I was. Nathan was like, somebody was like, "Should we get something from this aisle?" And I was like, "Oh, there's Four Locos." And then it was like, "Oh yeah, we should get some." And then he pointed to like different colors. I was like, "Wait, you
Wait,
never
wait.
tried the
I
green
never
one?"
said we should get some. Oh my god.
Nathan's like,
He
I
was like-
am a doctor. I would not advocate for
Where
this.
did that British accent come from?
Third guest popping
Yeah,
up
yeah.
here.
And I was like,
Nathan knows the Four
It's-
Locos affect the primordial lobes.
"Yeah, that's true."
This is Nathan's alter ego. His doctor side.
I was like, "You haven't tried the green one?" They're like, "Nah." I was like, "Oh, we should actually try it, you know, because since we're here, we're in a college town too, you know, just get some." And they liked
Wait,
it.
so that was your
Thing.
first time?
That wasn't my first time, but it was
Like, no,
your guys'
drinking the
first.
green
That was
one?
our first time.
No. Me and Harsha. Harsha
No,
for
we-
sure.
That's the
was-
only one. That's the only one I drank. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You like picked that one out of all the other flavors?
There was one time.
Have you
me and
tried the
Harsha
other
were
flavors?
chasing shots with the green apple.
I
Four
think I
Loko.
have, but the green one's better. I think.
Dude, we were tanks, bro. That was crazy.
Me and Harsha died that day though, when we were chasing it with Four Loco. Like,
Yeah, I
didn't we
mean, that
have to
makes
walk,
sense.
Like,
Oh,
45
yeah,
minutes
crazy.
home, Harsha.
Crazy. You died from chasing alcohol with alcohol. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
No, but didn't we
It's like,
walk
what a
like 45
concept.
minutes home or something? Didn't we get lost?
We went
Something?
to no, we didn't get lost. We didn't get lost. We just took a long pit stop at our friend's apartment on the way home. But
Oh, okay.
good, yeah. We saw
Oh
Nathan's
my
that,
God.
that day too.
Oh yeah, crazy.
What? So how long did you guys live together for?
Me and Harsha all 4 years. Me, Harsha, and Haran 3 years. Me, Harsha, Haran,
Wow.
and Christian 2 years.
Wow.
Maybe like almost like 1.5 years, honestly. Then like
Oh,
This is
'cause of
like
COVID.
the-
Oh,
and
yeah.
Trun
this is
left
like the-
too.
Yeah,
So
Oh, yeah.
honestly, 1 year.
Wait, I have a question for you guys for the roommates.
yeah.
Mm.
Do you guys have any like or have any like roommate rituals? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
Like on
Uh,
Fridays you do this. Or
Oh,
no?
we did have
it
one
was-
on the weekends. Every Saturday or Sunday, we would order a bagel from Christian.
It's
And
not order.
You would make those out
You
of
didn't fucking
kindness
pay
of his
me, what do you
heart,
mean?
though. What the fuck?
you know, Christian would
No,
make like these
ritual,
fire
bro.
ass bagels every weekend.
Dickhead.
I don't know if that's a
Oh,
ritual, but it was great.
Bro,
it was like a great
what
meal.
Dude, what a
It was like a
luxury,
feeling.
man! Just waking up like on a Saturday morning
Yeah.
or Sunday morning after like kind of not hungover, but like after drinking or whatever. You just wake up to like a nice ass
Four
bagel
Locos
on
and
the
the alcohol.
counter.
It would be
Yeah,
like
my God.
bagel with avocado, egg, cheese,
Hash brown.
Hash
Oh,
brown.
wow.
hash brown.
Okay. Damn.
Shit was
All in
flat.
one sandwich?
Oh
Yeah.
no, hash brown is separate.
Hash brown was on the yeah, but
Oh.
Christian put it on, right? Would you put it on yours? Yeah.
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 Whoa.
It was-
Wow.
Build your own.
My mouth is watering just hearing it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Christian,
that was really
maybe
good.
you need to start cooking with Christian or something.
Yo, that could be your Instagram, cooking with
Yeah.
Christian.
Cooking was Christian.
Yo.
We actually we did meal prep a little bit, Christian. Or at least me and Harsha
Yeah.
did for like a couple of
Yeah.
weeks, and then COVID happened. But I actually learned like a good deal from that because up to that point in college, I had not like cooked at all, which is kind of crazy to say out loud. But yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, when you said ritual, the first thing that came to my mind is that when Harsha would help me out in the kitchen, there would be like 100% chance that I would find something to hit his ass with. That's the only
that's
ritual
true.
I had. Whether it be, I think I used a frying pan one time. I used wooden spatulas. I used towels.
Wow.
I did everything. I was beating the shit out of that guy. But he never complained. But he never
That's so
complained.
creative.
I'm
Yeah.
really curious, like, what Harsha was like as a roommate. Because I feel like obviously he's like a super chill guy and like friend and like just like kind of hanging out. But was he like a pet roommate? You know
Yeah,
what I
so-
mean? Like, those roommates that are like pets, basically.
A pet
Yeah, so he's
roommate?
like a pet
Wait, what's
turtle,
that?
right? I got you. He's
What
like
does
a
that
pet
mean?
turtle.
Wait,
He's
I don't
a
know,
pet
like-
turtle.
Like, wait, what do you guys think I mean by that?
So
I have no idea.
I think he's like a pet turtle. So unless you provoke him to do something, he'll just sit in his corner, like entertain himself, just like do whatever. But like if you like pick up to play with him and like ask him to come do something, like he'll do it. Like 'cause, he just does it.
That's adorable.
That's how I interpret it. But
Unless provoked, he doesn't come out of his.
I mean, not to say like he didn't want to do things.
Yeah.
That's not fair. But I mean, he just during the week. I mean, this man just like did work all the time.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you guys know Harsha is a machine. Just
he is a machine.
yeah, he is a fucking machine. But fun.
I
He was a
remember.
good-
I remember
good
one
roommate.
time we were like gonna go out on a Friday, and then Harsha couldn't go out. I think, right? Because you were on call or something.
Oh, he always plays
Yeah,
that card. He
yeah.
always plays that card.
No,
was like,
all the time.
Harsha, I didn't know
Yeah.
you could be on call.
Yeah, bro. Probably on the
He's like,
call
I'm the
with
fucking
Amrita.
doctor. I'm not on
Yeah.
call. What the hell's going
It's like it's called medicine.
No, I
Look it
actually did not know that, and maybe it was dumb of me, but that was
No,
weird.
I didn't. I didn't know that
Yeah,
either.
I had missed the formal that you guys went to for or school.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
formal,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Bruh, literally Nitin and I went and we're not even booth students and like they just posted like a little throwback to the winter formal and like we're in the Instagram collage and we are literally not
Not
fucking
even-
students at this university.
That's pretty funny.
That's funny.
We
Oh,
add to the
it's-
diversity though. It's good. That's good.
Yeah, we did give them good diversity points. But yeah, Harsha stayed home and babysat Renee's dog Molu and while we just all went out to party and we were like, "Bye Harsha, have fun." He's like, "Thanks."
We missed you, Harsha.
Okay,
Yeah.
Harsha
Yeah, I
sacrifices
missed
for
you.
them, but not for Amrita. Wow.
That's crazy.
Who do you think I did when I was there? Anyways, so speaking of things I didn't go to, Nitin and Swati went to Arizona last
Oh
month.
my god. Oh my god.
So I want to hear all about it. How was the trip? How was the vibes? How was the banter with Adi? Like all of it. Just spill it.
Oh my god. Harsha
that
witnessed
was a really good transition, I gotta say.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That was very good. Were you like thinking of that before, or did it just like happen?
No, I knew that was the next
He's a
thing we were talk
natural.
about, but then like, yeah, the connection
happened
was on
naturally.
the fly. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Talent.
I feel like Harsha and Amrita witnessed the pain points of trip planning prior because like Nitin said, I'm like super like anal about like trip organization planning and whatnot, and for this trip like there are things that you need to book in advance and stuff. And Adi, our other friend that goes to booth, you guys saw him earlier, he's one of those people that like he's just like so savage like unintentionally, and he just like says shit and I'm like glitching in the corner and he's like, y'all trying to go to do this thing, and I'm like, Adi,
He's
like
from Texas.
I'm gonna he's from Texas.
He's from
by the
Texas.
way. But, like,
oh, that makes
he-
sense.
Yeah. But he's just like, it was just like really funny because I was just like losing my mind and Harsha was like witnessing that happening. But I feel like the trip overall went pretty well. But Adi just like worships the ground Nitin walks on for some reason. So Nitin will say anything and
not true.
Adi's in the corner just like fucking chuckling to himself. And it could be like the lamest shit ever. And he's just like dying. Like, and me and Renee were like, that's not funny. Like, that was not funny or whatever. But yeah.
Wait, was it just you four, or was it a bigger squad than that?
No, it was just the four of us.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it was a really good trip. Like we Had a lot of fun. Oh, Nathan, you want to tell him what Adi thinks of drug use?
Of drug use. Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
Getting
so
political
he
here.
does-
What's going on?
That makes it sound really no. That makes it sound really foreboding. He just
no,
he
he
just-
he has a preferred term outside of drug use, and he goes by narcotics. He's like, do not put the narcotics around me. I was like, all right, Adi.
yeah, like
As we
every
like drive to a
morning-
dispensary.
Yeah, no. Every morning we would like stop for coffee, and then Nathan would also be like, "Okay, do we need to go to a dispensary?" Like literally every single morning. And Adi was like, "Y'all do not need any more fucking narcotics," and we were like, "Okay, sorry." Like,
Damn, I've never heard
Like-
Harsha say that before.
Yeah.
Harsha's always a big proponent for
Yeah.
narcotics.
Yeah.
Wait, Harsha, do you?
I
like,
learned
smoke
from
a lot?
Harsha.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
they're,
yeah,
just,
no.
they're just saying shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, I
okay,
was gonna
man.
say.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, would you take edibles whenever we'd like on Thursday nights?
Yeah.
don't
I
know
did.
if you did.
Not
I think I
Drew,
did. I
shut
did it a
up.
couple.
No, I'm talking about him. He would.
I did it a couple times. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. I feel like you were. Yeah, when you did, you were like, let me figure out like how much I want and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a good trip overall. Like it was a lot of like silliness, and we did more car karaoke and car dancing. I think it's
Yeah.
now a Tesla requirement.
They rented a car and they rented a Tesla.
I was about to ask. That was actually, oh my goodness.
Hey, guess
You're just like,
whose
I don't care
choice
about any of
that
this
was?
planning, but we better get a fucking Tesla. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That was the one thing Nathan was in charge of, and he was texting me about it. He was like, "Hey, I think we should really get a Tesla because of the like economic." And I was like, "Bruh, I know you just want to fucking drive a Tesla, say that, and move on, whatever.
No.
Like, it's fine." Like he was trying to explain like the monetary part of it, and I was like, "Okay, I know it's just for the vibe."
It was cheaper. It was like
Oh.
I did the math and it was like $250 cheaper. So
Oh, that is
Wow.
pretty substantial.
in my
to be fair.
defense,
With
in my
like gas
defense.
savings?
Yeah, with gas savings because
Mm.
we like drove so much. Like every day we
Mm.
drove like 4 or 5 hours.
Mm.
So that all added up.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Was it hard to get like charging stations there, or is it pretty?
no, not at all.
Nice.
There was like a charging station every like hour away, probably 45
Oh.
minutes.
Oh,
away.
not bad.
So it's pretty good.
Do you guys have any trips that you've taken as like a roommate squad?
Only one.
We have one. Or just us
Okay.
four. Or just us four.
I wanna
we just
hear
have
more.
one, yeah.
It was either really good or really bad if you didn't have any more.
It was bad in the realm that we were planning on going to Vegas, and we ended up going to Atlanta and Charlotte instead. Because of like COVID. We went right like when COVID was like
Oh.
hitting America. But I'm glad that we did it though. Like it wasn't. I feel like we didn't like see anything like crazy, but just like vibing with us four. We never did that
Mhm.
before, like a road trip before, so that was nice.
Yeah.
We also planned everything very last minute because we were planning on going to Vegas, and then we switched to last minute to go to Atlanta and Charlotte. So like literally on the drive down, we were like looking at stuff to do. So I think maybe that probably add to the fact that like we didn't like see everything that we probably should have, but it was still enjoyable.
You guys need a Swati in your life.
To
There
plan
you go.
trips.
Yeah, no, we definitely did.
Yeah.
You just give me your constraints, where you want to go and how long, and I will.
Is this
whip
free?
up
Is this a
little
free
agenda.
service or
Swati GPT. Try it.
Swati G?
There you go.
Swati.
The only requirement is that I come on the trip.
Oh, okay.
It was like fuck no.
Is there like a service we can pay
No,
for that
no,
not to
no.
happen? Get a premium.
premium?
An extra fee.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. Wait, so were you guys like did you end up? Wait, is it Charleston South or North Carolina South? Right?
Charlotte.
We went
not-
to Charlotte.
Not
North
Charleston.
Carolina.
Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte, North Carolina. Or is that even close to Atlanta?
Not really.
It's like a.
Way
How far is it? 5 hours?
Like, why
It's
those
4.
cities?
4. Yeah.
Oh, because we left from Blacksburg, which
We
was
wanted to
school.
drive.
We drove to Atlanta, and then Charlotte's on the way back, kind of.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Yeah.
it was like the
We-
only
how
other
long is that
major
drive?
city on the way. To Blacksburg to Atlanta is like 7 hours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, dude. That's not too bad.
Wow.
Yeah, Harsha did all the driving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Harsha was a
so now
good.
Harsha-
Harsha was a good. That
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, wait, okay. Yeah, in your guys' friend group, like, what role does Harsha... Like, I'm really curious to see what he's like in
Bystander.
other people's...
Bystander.
Bystander.
No.
Turtle.
Well, clearly he drove. He clearly plays, like, a pretty...
Yeah, finally did
pivotal
something in
part.
his life. Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Harsha. Thing is with Harsha, like if you tell him to do something, he'll get it done, right? So like we need. I think like I mean I never dictate. I feel like Turin and Christian would dictate, and then like if they like tell Harsha to do something, like he'll get it done. But I don't know if that's like a role though. That's just like a diligent worker. I don't know.
That's like, yeah, that's like a good
like a soldier. He's a soldier. He's a
Machine.
soldier.
Harsha is our Tesla.
a good team member.
Yeah.
I would say
good team.
Harsha is like probably the funniest out of the four of us. At least in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh,
So he adds
okay.
that value to the group.
That's a
Damn.
bruh. That is like
That's high
one of
praise.
the biggest. Yeah, that's like a very big.
Thank you.
fault, Like
Yeah.
yeah, he was like he's a team member, but he's the funniest. Like he's like the most pivotal part. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
What else does Harsha offer, guys?
He's the most logical one out of all of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
Mm.
It's actually really
I can
fucking
see that.
annoying sometimes, but most of the time it's useful.
Aw.
Harsha, what is the percentage breakdown between logical and emotional that you think you are?
Mm.
Ooh.
Like 70-30?
Did you take the dimensional app quiz?
Nah, dude, I did that one quiz. It's so long,
Ah.
so I didn't.
Okay, logic. There's a
Very logical.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but there's literally an app. It's like a personality quiz on steroids
Mhm.
called Dimensional on the App Store. It's free. Like Harsha said, it's a shit ton of questions, but you get to really know like so much about yourself.
Mhm.
All right. That's
Like,
a new solo episode
I
right there.
Thank you for the content.
No, like I cannot understate like how insightful it was about
Mhm.
like my, I don't know, different qualities about me, like
Yeah.
things to look out for. And if you get your friends to do it, you guys can like link up on
Yeah.
it,
Mhm.
and then it'll tell you like the pros, like how to work well with them, or, like
Mhm.
things to
Oh.
watch out for. It's a very, very
That's pretty
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah,
So
I would highly recommend it. I think Swati got it.
Do you ever feel like
Yeah.
when you answer those quizzes, you're like answering what you
With a
think you are,
bias.
but it might not
Yeah.
be like what exactly you are? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a bit of bias. Like you
Yeah,
can't remove
inherent
that,
bias,
obviously.
yeah.
Like who's gonna? But at the same time, I don't know. It's like sometimes it like asks me a question about like my faults, and I'm like, I feel like maybe I underestimate how bad something is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good point. I never thought of that. That's a good point.
So we're not gonna do the quiz. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like with these types of tests, there's always like that level of like you want to put on like this persona.
Mhm.
But the good thing is that with dimensional, like you can like go back and retake things because I feel like some
Mm.
parts of like your personality would definitely change while some like wouldn't. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, do you guys know the app CoStar?
I've heard of
Mhm.
CoStar.
No.
It's like the astrology one.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
it's kind of like similar to dimensional in the sense that like you can see like you're compatible. What's so funny?
No, Christian's
but
reaction to you.
dimensional's
Your
like
sister.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a science to dimensional, you know?
Mm-hmm.
bruh, you don't believe
No.
in astrology? Actually, I guess it's like some people do, some people don't.
Do you?
I mean, I
I
think
feel
she
like-
does.
I feel like if honestly, I don't know too much about it like the way other people do, but I feel like it's really big in like Indian culture, obviously, like with our parents and stuff. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like what I always was like, oh, they always told me that, so I'm just gonna like
Mhm.
believe it. But CoStar, I feel like is like a more Gen Z like social thing to
Mm.
do.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
yeah. Like I don't, but like the social part of it is what's like cool, like dimensional. Like you're like, oh, like dimensional is like you're 40% compatible in like work styles, but like your conflict is like dog shit. or
Right,
something.
right.
Yeah.
So since both of you use the app, like what's one thing you'll learn about yourself that you didn't know before taking any of those quizzes?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, he's just very inquisitive. I'll add that to one of his good traits.
I don't think
Another
I am.
quality.
I actually don't
brings.
think I am.
Man, that's one question.
He's very humble too. Very humble as well.
He's a big
I think
deflector.
I think he's a really good podcast host, and like the wittiness is
Mhm.
very true. Like
Yeah.
like he, even though he doesn't like contribute too much, like when he does, like you know,
It bangs.
it's like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
quality.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
so
The accuracy.
funny.
Quality
gonna-
over quantity.
I was going to say
you know?
what I didn't say before, adding on to like lists of things that he adds to the group. He's probably the most responsive and like reliable of the four of us, I would say, which is also very important. I would say.
Yeah.
That's not the
No,
harsh
thanks,
I know,
guys.
but I keep thinking of the story where you like blacked out and you were like running around somewhere.
Oh,
yeah.
that happens many times.
Oh, which
Yeah.
one?
It's like a every month kind of vibe, but you know.
Yeah, thanks, Swati.
You're welcome. That was me, you guys. Just a soft plug. That was me helping out. Yeah, it was a crazy night. I just remember being so like not mad, but like after we got back to our apartment, like Renee was losing her mind. Like she like pukes all. It was actually really funny. My bathroom like comes before hers, and she was like about to puke and like going to my bathroom to puke, and I was like, no, we got it. Like I was like trying to push her into her bath, like direct her away from my bathroom into her bathroom. Huge fucking mistake. If someone needs to puke, just let them go, because this girl proceeds to like literally puke all over the wall right next to my bathroom, and I'm like, I literally should have just let her go in my toilet. Like I don't know why, because I'm just kind of like a clean freak, so I'm just like, just go in your own bathroom, but I should not have. And I just remember like Harsha was still like. And our friend Jojo, it was her birthday that night. And so Jojo and I were like holding Renee's hair back, you know, the whole 9 yards. And Harsha is like in the corner and he's like, hey, like I can try and help, like blah, blah, blah. And it looks like he was about to like, he was like gagging, like gonna pee himself. And I was like, no. I was like, Harsha, can you go home, please? And he's like, yeah, I'll go home. And I was like, Harsha, like now, can you just like go home now? Like I just need to focus on this, so can you just go home? He's like, yeah, and would just like go sit on our couch or like go disappear for like 20 minutes while I was helping Renee. I'd come back, he's still there, and I'm like, go home.
Get the fuck out of my apartment.
and at one point, like I think he was like trying to help like clean up the puke, and I was like, honestly I was more worried that like him seeing the puke would make him want to puke.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, no, like please. And then poor guy like told me he ordered his Lyft, and then I was like, are you sure you ordered it? And he was like, yeah, or no, he was like, I'm gonna order it. And I was like, okay, are you sure? Like I can walk you down to the lobby. And he's like, no, I'll order it. And I was like, okay, I got you. And then he goes down to the lobby, and then obviously the rest is history, but turns out he didn't order it. So pro tip, confirm that your friends ordered their Lyft first. But yeah, I just remember the end of that night though, I was just like, I was also doing dry January, so I wasn't drinking, and also I took an edible, but it didn't fucking hit, or I think it hit the pregame, but then it wore off by the time we got to the club. So it was like I was like sober, and everyone else was like losing their mind. So I was already like, you know how like when you're not drunk, you just feel all the effects more. So I was like so tired when we got back, and I just felt so bad the next day because I was like, I'm pretty sure I like definitely yelled at Harsha, and I was like so snappy towards him. So I remember I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that, but. It's okay. We live and we learn.
Yeah, even if you yelled at me, like, you think I remember? That's whatever.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
That's funny you bring up dry January again.
Bruh. Shut up.
Okay, guys, can everyone like go around and tell me what they think, what does dry January mean to you? Like when someone says that, what do they mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say anything, but when you said dry January and you said you did an edible, I feel like that's a little bit of a conflict.
No,
I thought dry January is just alcohol. Yeah, I actually think it's just alcohol.
Yeah. No,
So when you say dry, I think that refers to alcohol. That's how I interpret it. But
okay, so like going without alcohol the whole month, like that would be my
understanding. Yeah. January,
to the 31st,
January 1st to January 31st. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty normal understanding of the. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, like we can count. Wait, yeah, she drank, right? Didn't she?
She drank one shot.
Two times, I think.
Bro, it was one. Also, I feel like my definition of dry January was like I didn't want to get drunk, like a drink.
Okay. Hey man. Well, I mean, either way, like as long as you're defining your goals for yourself, that's all that really matters.
That's what I said. You kids out here like the fucking alcohol police. I was like, you're one.
I was under the understanding that dry January meant something else, and then I see you're like take a shot. I'm like, wait, what? Like,
are you sure you want to be doing this?
I was so confused.
Yeah, and he was like, and then anytime I'd bring up dry January again, he was like, didn't you take a shot last week? And I was like, yes. Whatever. It was a moment of weakness, but yeah, it was a good time. And actually, that was when we hung out a lot, Harsha, right? Like, I feel like January was when, like, we all kind of bought, especially because, like, it's cold, like, there's nothing to do, so we all just, like...
Yeah, definitely. So, at the end of the month, you turn the page for a new month on your calendar, and then it's time to turn the page on this episode. Time for an ad.
Actually, to answer your question, Harsha, like one of my things was one thing I learned about myself is this isn't really from Dimensional, this is also from Living with Renee, but I didn't realize like how like honest I am. Like I'm just like a very like not like mean honest, but just like I don't know. I just realized like I am really like I don't kind of like sugarcoat things. Like I'm very
Blunt.
Blunt.
yeah, like a little bit, right? And then I mean, how would you describe it?
Yeah, I would describe Swati as blunt. Not in like a malicious way. Nothing she does is malicious.
That was such a great sentence.
She's blunt.
I would indeed describe her in such way.
Bruh.
Just like
Coming
the way
from
her
this person.
primordial lobe is built is just
Very blunt, to be
Is primordial
It's like-
lobe a real thing?
definitely
No,
not,
bro.
What are you crazy?
No, it's definitely not. I just made that shit up. Also, Nathan's like, yeah, he's like, the diagnosis is blunt. Like, bro, like, just what the hell? Oh my god. Are you gonna provide any more
Nathan-
context?
Nathan, did you? Yeah, you're gonna like say like how she's blunt, or she's just blunt. That's it.
Oh yeah. I would say
Yeah, you don't have to expand.
well,
He's like
maybe another word I think is Swati's a very effective communicator. I would say.
I like that.
Like
better than
she-
blunt.
Well, kind of combine both of those words, like effective and blunt.
Effectively blunt.
She like
effectively
like she'll take what you're talking about and mix it with what she wants to talk about and somehow like blend them together. But she does it in such an elegant and
Like, seamless way.
graceful
No, that's
way.
a
Oh.
great,
Seamless.
That's a good conversationalist's feature.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
It's a compliment,
Yeah.
Swati.
Sorry.
Swati's face went like
I can't tell.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not used to any compliments from this one, but that's
Right.
okay. That's the nature of our relationship.
Okay, that's not true, guys. Like what?
You gotta answer to that question about like what you learned about the app, since you're like the ambassador.
Ooh, that's a great question. I was like thinking about it, and then I stopped thinking about it because we were talking, and now I have to start thinking.
We can come back to you.
Just keep
But
the
then I'm
keep
gonna,
the
be
audience
engaged in the
waiting.
new conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You know what
that's
I'm
true.
saying?
That's true. That's true.
And I'm not trying to get like too deep or anything,
Yeah,
but so to just give you an idea of the thing. So you basically answer like a bunch of questions, and it'll give you this thing called stories, and it's kind of reminiscent of Instagram stories. But you'll click on it, and they have different categories. So one would be like your hell, and it would be 4 things that would be like your hell, and those answers are dependent on like the questions you answer.
Okay.
Right.
Or another story would be your obstacles to happiness. Or another one is you hate talking about. Or another one is your worst habits in love. Or you want a partner who blank. Okay, so like it gets like pretty deep.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I kind of like it, because it's very insightful. Because I feel like most of the time when you take personality tests, like it's just like, oh, you're an outgoing person that loves to make friends, and you're like, cool. Like
It kinda,
there's not
it
much
kinda,
substance to
boxes
it.
you in. I feel like Dimensional is like way more like multifaceted. Like
Mhm.
the other ones are like, here are your 4 letters, or like here's
Mhm.
a color that like ENFJ or like shit like that. Like Dimensional, I feel like is way more like just gives you a lot more traits. Like it gives you a lot more to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
How'd you hear about this app?
So actually, one of my coworkers told me about it.
Hmm.
Shout out to Caitlin Mink.
C Mink Med.
C McMed, yes, that is her. That's her username on it. But okay, so I'm gonna go to the your obstacles to happiness category. So I think one thing on the list that I thought was maybe I kind of like knew in the background that I was doing, but maybe seeing it like in person kind of like jolted the realization in me. But it was forgetting to recharge your social battery.
Oh, your car battery.
Eh,
Oh, your Tesla.
Wow, so funny. We don't forget about that. Harsha knows that. Harsha kept getting pissed that we had to stop to charge, and I was like, "Bro, we can't go anywhere." If there's
Wait,
no
aren't you getting
charge."
pissed? What do you say?
No.
I was getting pissed.
Oh yeah.
He was just whiny. He was
Harsha's
like,
whiny?
Yeah,
"Once
he was
again."
whiny about it.
Wait, Harsha's
Really?
whiny?
I've never heard that.
Wait, no,
about
tell
me.
us more about this. What do you
the
say?
fu-
A little
yo,
bit.
Usually
breaking
that's
news.
my role in the
Well,
group.
he wasn't
Yeah.
whiny, but he would like make jokes about it, so you knew like.
Oh, yeah, you're
he
getting
was making
irritated.
jokes about it for a
Ah.
reason.
It was on his
He's
mind,
like-
you know.
He's like, oh, yet another.
Yeah, Harsha
charging
actually is pretty
station,
snarky.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about
Yeah,
it.
he's actually an asshole now. that
Yeah,
I think about it.
let's do the
Yeah.
worst qualities of Harsha in the friendship. I'm sorry. Continue.
So forgetting to recharge your social battery or my social battery. And I feel like that's I work a lot, so like I don't get a lot of time to like do stuff outside of
Yeah.
work. But I feel like
Mhm.
like one of my love languages that I've like really looked into this year was like quality time, and I try to make time for the people that I
Mhm.
love. But it's sometimes really hard with work because you know you have other responsibilities and like whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like I just never saw it like that, I guess, you know, like recharging my social battery. But in a way I realized that like maybe this is how I recharge my social battery, is how I hang out with my friends. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Do you think that makes you like a natural extrovert then? Like, because you know how people say like,
I don't think so.
extroverts-
I don't know. I don't think I'm an extrovert. I'm an introverted extrovert. Or
An ambivert, as Dimensional calls
Ambivert.
it.
I think so, yeah. But yeah, that is to answer your question. I think
That was good.
So, are any of you guys gonna use this app to earn?
I actually
Ron and
might.
Christian?
Yeah. I think after.
Yeah, I
yeah,
might.
y'all should get it and add yourselves or add each other, you know?
Wait,
Yeah,
Harsha,
yeah,
will you
for
do
sure.
it now that we do it?
Huh? I'll take another quiz because Nathan hyped it up so much on this episode, so I gotta do it again.
Well, I feel like the
And
thing
because he
that,
asked me before too.
I feel like the thing that sold me in Nitin's pitch was this like stories idea about the obstacles and all this stuff. I feel like it's
Yeah.
way more relevant to my
Mhm.
day to day, or like somewhat
Mhm.
day to day, than like give me 4 letters that describe myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it tells you fun stuff. Like I feel like one of my stories was like you hate when or something, and it was like not getting credit for like a trip you planned, and I was like, oh my God, or, like not getting
It's like, fuck. Found the pressure
like it
points.
literally was like something like that, and I sent it to Renee and I was like, oh my God. Or like it'll just like, or it was like yeah, your biggest pet peeves, or if like, yeah, it's just like random stuff, and it's like so fun to like read about them because you're like, whoa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but some of them I feel like are definitely not true. Like mine was like, some of them I was like, this is most definitely like, it was just like so out of pocket. Like,
Yeah.
So one thing that we also do usually when we go to Swati's apartment is we play this card game called
Oh
With
my
These
God.
Strangers, and this deck is within reach of Swati. So I was wondering if she can go pull a card that we can all answer live on the podcast.
Oh, that's such a good
Yeah,
idea.
wait, that's a
Damn.
good one. Should I
Damn.
just like go grab it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, should I do the one that's like, there's a regular one and then there's a friendship edition?
I don't know. I don't know if we did the friendship edition before. You can pick
Let's
The
see.
Swati.
red
Up
cards.
to you.
Okay.
Oh, red
They're
cards.
all red, bro.
Oh, they're all red? Oh, I thought
What
they
do you
were-
mean the red cards?
My bad.
Okay. What do you wish you got more credit for?
Trip planning. No, it's
Ooh.
Do you have something to get off your chest, Swati?
I know. I'm like, huh? Trip planning. No. I don't. We don't have. Yeah. How about we have the hosts answer the question?
For
Or
the
should we, do you guys want
credit
me to
one?
pull another one?
No, we can do that.
Yeah.
No, these
Yeah,
are
we can
good.
do any
So we're
of
doing the
these.
credit one?
Yeah. Do the credit one.
Okay.
I feel like I want more credit for different things from different people, you know?
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Like when it comes to my parents, a whole
Such
different story
as?
versus like compared to like friends. Such as.
Okay. What one bothers you the most then?
Bothers me the most. Oh.
Okay, I'm not gonna get anywhere with that question.
Trying to think.
I mean,
That's a
I
good
can just
question.
start it off if
Go
if
ahead,
you have
go
any time.
ahead.
I feel like at work, a lot of the times I play like a support role where I'm like doing things that are like that things that other people don't do, like things that are like might sometimes be low hanging fruit but like needs to get done. And usually the attention falls on the people that are like the go get like 20 things done, whatever, that are like at the front of everyone's mind. But like without
Yeah.
me, I feel like things would more so fall apart. And I think
Mm.
it's harder for people at work to be like, what are you actually doing? Whereas like I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, I think I do a good job, and I think I do an important job. It's just not as like
It's not that
forward-facing.
flashy.
Yeah, it's not that flashy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good answer.
Do you have one with your friends or like your personal life?
No, I think I get good recognition all around from my friends, or like what validation, whatever. I think I received that pretty well.
You would think that.
It's not that like at least with,
We're doing our job well, guys.
Yeah.
He's not aware. He doesn't know anything.
That's cool.
Good job, Tarun. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
You get a golden star.
All right, who's next?
I'm struggling, man.
Oh, yes.
I feel like Nitin has an answer. No,
No, go ahead.
Oh, I thought we were going with the host
Yeah.
first.
No. Host can go.
whoever
Host
has
can
one,
be
let's just
Matt.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should go with the host first. 'Cause I'm so-
I'm just gonna say, like, I think I get a lot of credit. I think maybe too much credit. So I think I'm kind of good.
Shut up.
Okay, I don't like that
Shut
answer.
wow.
I
Okay,
think
that's a requirement. You can't say that as an answer. You have to actually say something.
from my, I guess from my like a family perspective, I think I don't do anything to deserve any credit. So that kind of ruled out my personal life. And then as far as friends goes,
What?
but
Say what? Wait, what do you can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by the family no credit?
I think like I don't.
No, you think
really
he
do
doesn't
anything-
do enough to deserve credit?
I don't do enough. I just like kind of exist here. Like I don't do anything. I don't think I do a good job of reaching out that much when I'm away from home. So I feel like I can do more.
Mm.
Is that something you want to work on, or
Yeah, I
something
think
you
I
just
Like
have
will.
you,
to-
he, like you don't feel like you do anything that warrants getting credit
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
but you want to work.
Yeah, I think I definitely will now that after I leave in June, it's like basically permanent now. So I feel like I do a better
Yeah.
job of like
Mm.
doing things, supporting my family, whatever. Usually other times it's like I'll be back in a month, like they can kind of wait, which is kind of bad sometimes.
yeah?
I'm still trying to think as far as friends goes, but if anyone else has something, they can go ahead.
Yeah, for family, the main thing that was on my mind is I feel like I wish I got more credit from my parents for like being able to exist as an independent person.
Mm.
Mhm.
I think I definitely made a lot of strides the last 2 years, especially last year. But even now, it's a lot more different just because like it's off campus living. I mean, I guess I'm technically on campus because I'm next to UCI, but whatever. I'm not a student, I guess is my point. But yeah, like I feel like they still kind of baby me when it comes to that, which gets kind of annoying sometimes. But
Yeah.
honestly, with friends, like I feel like there's nothing like really off on my chest. I want to like there's nothing really I don't get credit for. I feel like I don't really do much to get credit for stuff within like friend groups. So I feel like I just like
Aww.
no, but like, I mean like I just feel like I'm just there for vibes. Like I don't really like provide much really.
Hey, being
Alright,
there for the vibes.
you
though,
give
is a
positive
is
vibes.
bigger than you think.
Yeah, no, I
'Cause
mean
feel
I'm
like
happy
there
with
definitely
it.
does-
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because you know those
That's
like
important.
sourpuss people that are like super negative, and you're like, why the hell are you here?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you're probably like, let's do this.
yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
you know, spitting image, you know, actually.
And you can definitely see him because he's 17 feet tall. So
I'm not that
with
tall.
all these dance moves.
Yeah, I get too much credit for my height. Actually, I fucking hate that. That's like my.
Hart's
I
so
hate
tall.
how every person I meet, like the first thing
Wait,
they
how
all
tall?
will say is like, "Oh, you're so tall." Like I don't have any other
Wait.
qualities in my life that I'm just
Wait,
tall.
how tall?
Wait,
are you?
Haran, go stand up next to your lamp and they'll guess how tall you are.
Okay, I'll just
Did
my
Hawk
headphones
probably
off,
step
I
on his
can't
lamp
even-
like
That's
the
fine.
Pixar
Is that
thing?
lamp
Yeah, it's
from
okay. We know the
Amazon?
answer.
Yeah, we know the answer.
Guys, he's 8'4".
Oh my god.
Dude, he's taller than the
Oh,
lamp.
what?
How
Wait,
tall
what
do you
the
think it
hell?
is? How tall do you think it is?
I'm gonna guess
6'4".
6. I'm gonna
So
say
what'd you say?
6'7".
6'7".
He's 6'10".
Okay, what the fuck is going on?
6'10".
No, Swati's right. Swati's right.
What'd you say?
Swati got it. Is it
6'4".
6'4"?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you're 6'4".
I'm not that tall. Is my
Damn.
point. I'm like, I
Shut
guess
the
I'm
fuck
taller.
up. You're tall. Own it.
You can give us some.
No, but
couple
that's the
inches, man.
annoying part, though. I hate how like that defines who I am. I hate it.
Oh,
Aw.
no,
Mm.
Haran does it. You're left-handed too.
Yeah, I am.
Being left-handed
Oh.
is cool. That means it's like you're more like creative and shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know about that one.
I'm not that creative.
And I heard that left-handed people are smarter.
I believe that one.
He did
Yeah,
go to Stanford.
I believe
so
it.
that one checks out.
Okay, let's move on.
You went to Stanford?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Stanford.
Stanford.
That also
Wait,
defines
I
who I
think
am.
Oh,
Wait, didn't
For-
you guys all go to school together?
He does
Yeah, he went to grad
masters.
school. Sorry.
Virginia Tech, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh,
my master's
VT.
last year was at Stanford. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
Wait, so
awesome.
did you guys also? First of all, yeah, congrats
Thank you.
on being tall. Not the Stanford part.
Okay.
Being tall.
Thank you.
I think actually, like I said, that I don't warrant any credit from my parents, but actually, I think I do. I think for getting my life pretty much together already, like by now, and I think like getting into grad school, I didn't get that much credit for,
Right.
from them.
Wait, Harsha,
No,
you went
no.
to grad school?
Wait,
no,
what?
getting
He's
into
in
grad school, getting
That's how he
into
knows-
Chicago.
grad school right now.
Booth is grad school.
Wait,
Like-
what
like-
grad school are you in?
Sorry, MBA.
MBA.
Is it a joke or? Oh no, she's being. I thought she was.
Oh my god! Wait, I completely forgot that you're at Booth.
She's like, why do I know this guy?
Bro, that's why I'm there.
Wait.
Why would I be there? Otherwise,
Oh
I don't
my
work
God.
there.
Wait, I was like, is he getting his master's in like engineering? Like, I was like, what is he talking about? Like, did he just apply? Like, I completely missed the fact that you were at Booth.
Mhm.
Oh my god, my bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I need
No,
to
you're
give
good.
you more credit for it too.
Yeah.
There you go. He's like my point exactly.
No, because I like the day I accepted school, my parents were like, "Okay," they're like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, that was pretty much it.
That is
So,
kind of.
I can second that, Harsha.
Yeah.
That was pretty similar experience for me. I think it was just because it was not required. It was kind of like something that was on our own
Yeah, to do.
volition, that it was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, like there you go. And I was like, I think it's pretty important. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I would say
It
that
is important.
when I told my parents that was the first time, like I had like a good reaction from them, like ever. Like I never heard my dad so like happy before. It was crazy. Then I haven't heard that happiness in the last 2.5 years. So there's that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. Y'all being like this is.
Yeah. This is so vulnerable. I love it.
Do you guys want to answer too, or?
He said-
Nathan just like Nathan just trying moving on.
and
Nathan's like,
Christian
thanks for
too.
sharing.
Oh, you know, I did. I got you this for sure. Yeah.
okay, go Christian.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that.
I don't know, man. I think the only thing is that like I pretty much done everything like on my own. I think that's it, really. Like I don't have any siblings. Come from a single parent household. I live by myself. I move by myself. Like I just do shit on my own, which it's not hard all the time. But like
Mhm.
when it's hard, it's hard. So I mean, I don't know if that warrants like more credit or anything like that,
Mhm.
but I feel like it just kind of gets overlooked because like now everybody's like in different places or like got different stuff going on.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not really anything that should like have attention drawn to it or anything. But that's the closest thing I can think of. But again, like I can't really think of that much to be honest.
I mean, it's already hell impressive that you
Yeah.
do all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially without siblings too. I feel like siblings are so like pivotal sometimes. Like they're the only ones that experience like a lot of the same upbringing and like
Mhm.
very transformative parts of your life with
Mhm.
you. So I don't know. Yeah, that kind of speaks to like your independence and like resilience too. Like you can kind of figure things out
Yeah.
no matter what situation you're thrown in. So
Now it's your guys' turn. Now that I went, so go ahead.
Swati, you can't say trip planning too. You already kind of hit that.
no, I don't think that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this one's also kind of hard because I feel like I think like over the past few years I've like started like writing about like how I feel about things and like just taking that extra step about like introspection further.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't get enough credit for it because I mean like obviously Nathan did like reference it earlier, so I do appreciate that. Thank you, Nathan. But I feel like because I think also very like logically about my emotions, I feel like I've gotten to the point where I can give like decent advice to like friends when they need help. Like recently, like, 2 of my best friends like went through breakups and stuff, so it's been like really like a lot of like helping them out and whatever and things like that. And they definitely have given me plenty of credit. So this isn't really like a credit thing or answering the question, but I feel like being able to think about my emotions so like not well, but like clearly, I feel like I can like think about my friends and like their situations and like really be like, why are you thinking this? Let's fix this to fix this and like blah blah blah. So yeah,
That's a good trait.
Is
That's
that
a good one.
empathy?
so I don't know, because I feel like my empathy, I feel like over the past few years has like decreased somehow. Like I'm more like not savage, but I'm more like, you got this, like you're gonna figure it out, like, but like let's pack it up and like how can we proceed rather than like, I don't know. I feel like my empathy to like, actually I guess this is sympathy then, like my like letting people just wallow and like be super sad, I have like such low tolerance for it. Like I'm like, okay, let's get our shit together.
Yeah.
How do we move on? Like whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think there's like definitely a time to be like sad, and I think that's definitely important to have. But you can't just sit there forever. Like you gotta like life goes on. Like you can't just what are you gonna do? Just sit here? Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that Swati does is pretty cool that I hope you don't mind sharing is like I hope you don't mind that I'm sharing is that you write down what you do every day, but you write down the same book so you can see what you did last year on the same day.
Oh, that's kind of cool. How long have you been doing that for?
I started it in 2022, so like a
Okay.
year. Yeah, it's super fun. Like I got this notebook. Okay, but super stupid moment though. Like when I first bought it, like it said like 200 pages, so I thought that meant like sheets of paper, so then it would be like 400, so it would catch the whole year. No, it's like literally 200 pages. So I got to like July and I'm like, fuck, like I'm literally out of pages to write. So I had to get a whole new book. So now I have 2 books that I split it among, but I like got this type of books. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where like you can select what like month and date it is at the top. So then what I'll do is I'll put like 2022, write my entry in, and then 2023, write my entry in. So then if I flip to any random page, like I can be like, okay, on March 16th, this year I did this year I did this, or this year I did this. So I'd recommend. It's kind of fun. It's kind of silly. Like a few days ago, it was like a year ago I went on a walk. Like it's like silly, but it's like cute. Yeah.
There's a like an app, I forget what it's called, but it does that, where like you write your journal entry for today, and then it it like shows you like, you know, the time hop thing where it shows you like a picture from the same day a year ago. It's like the same thing except for journal entries.
Yeah, actually Nathan does the exact same thing but virtual. Right, Nathan?
I use that app. It's called Dayflect.
Nice. Okay, great. Big apps guy, this guy.
Dude, yeah, so many apps for sure.
I'm a big app guy.
He said Tesla, Dimensional, Dayflight. Nathan loves his technology. It's funny.
I do like technology.
Okay, Nathan, go with your answer.
So I'm gonna interpret this question as something that I don't give myself credit for, maybe. And I feel, I don't know. So I think we're all being vulnerable here, so I feel a little bit better sharing this. But it does make me feel uncomfortable sharing this right now. I'm not gonna lie, but I think being uncomfortable is good. So I think something I don't give myself credit for is I don't know how to say it. It's like work is really difficult sometimes. Like you're seeing people at like their worst days, and you see some shit. You'll hear stuff, like people will say stuff to you, and like it's very easy to let that become your life and like dictate your mental health and like your interactions outside of work. So I try really hard to like separate work from my life. And with that, like it's very difficult to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Because like so like as a resident, I have like this inbox that I have to answer to. And it's basically like my patient panel, like they could message me at any time. And like I have to be there to like answer their message within like a 24-hour period. And and that's stuff like outside of work, like outside of seeing patients in clinic and seeing patients at the hospital. And it's very easy to like let that dictate your life, you know, like if you're on call and stuff like that. So I try really hard to separate that, and I feel like I don't give myself enough credit for doing that, because sometimes I feel guilty about doing that. Because and I've talked to like my coworkers about this, like we feel guilty like taking time for ourselves because we're so
Mhm.
used to like helping others, and that's like what gives us joy, you know. That's like a
Mhm.
really common trait among people in healthcare is helping others
Mhm.
makes you happier. So yeah, I would say that. That's what I would say.
That's a good
Aw.
answer, man. That's tough.
Mm.
Yeah. And then I feel like not even your friend, like yourself, I feel like we definitely don't give you enough credit for that. Because
Yeah.
like Nathan will like come for the weekend and then Monday morning he'll spend the night Sunday night and then Monday morning this man leaves at fucking 5:45 a.m. to drive to work.
Jesus.
Oh my
Like
god.
because it's a 45-minute drive, but he's like so I feel like he's very intentional about making time for his friends. Like you don't have to do that, and you're working like long hours.
Mhm.
You're not just like sitting at a desk like all of us do. Like you're like on your feet, like saving lives. So I think that's definitely something we could give you more. Like we're always like, Nathan, are you coming this weekend? Why aren't you coming? Blah blah blah. And this poor guy's like, can I get
Yeah.
like 4 hours of
Yeah.
sleep, please?
Yeah.
Because obviously when he's here, we're not gonna just be like, okay, 10 p.m. like lights out. Like we're gonna like hang out and
Yeah.
stuff too. So and he's like fully committed to whatever we decide to do. So
That's hella impressive.
it doesn't go unnoticed. So yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for sharing.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, that was
a
great.
lot deeper.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I knew it
That
would
was-
get deep,
that was
but
really
that's pretty
good.
deep.
That was great.
Good reflection.
He was like, I just wanted to fucking talk about a Tesla today. Like
Yeah.
We got
Nathan wanted to be like, yeah, I don't get enough credit for saving the environment with my Tesla.
Harsha takes all my credit
Oh,
instead.
So yeah, I guess so. So one thing. So we're almost wrapping up here, but I want to do one more thing before we leave. Is that Swati is also a. So Renee has a dog that comes and stays in their apartment, but Swati also cat sits, and she's like a big cat person, and so she babysits this cat. Sorry, cat sits this cat named Theo. And there's one time. Well, I'm kind of scared of cats, but like, anyways, that's besides the point. I just wanted to say that. But there's just one time where Theo was having some fun in Renee's bedroom, and I want Nathan to share
Bruh.
this story.
Oh.
I hate this story. Also because it's spreading misinformation. Let the record reflect. But proceed, Nathan, as you wish.
Yeah. So I mean, after fact, you know, Swati and I have had many discussions about this, and we've come to the consensus that what I saw was not what was actually happening. I
Where
would.
the
I,
Yeah,
fuck
I
but
is
would
this gonna go?
It's so funny though.
So scary.
it was
Oh
it was
my God.
it was an oversight on my end, but basically, so Theo's Swati's friend's cat, and Theo is, I don't know how to describe Theo, but Theo is a very angry cat.
Mm.
Yeah.
And not just
Oh.
angry, but I would say like malicious. You know,
Malicious,
like
like
just out there to like
ill intent.
ruin your life.
Yeah.
He's
Mm.
adorable.
Ill intent, yeah. And like for
He's-
example, so
Also,
like
he's not
Renee's
an
dog.
angry cat. He's not an angry cat. He's just like he's just a cat. Like, you know how cats just do fuck ass things.
There's my
And you're
point.
like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? That's Theo. Like, he just does the most random shit. Proceed.
So for example, to kind of illustrate how dangerous of a person or
Cat.
being he can be.
It's funny while he's saying this, she's like showing
is-
us like cute photos of the cat on her phone.
Yeah.
Like, look at how silly
the juxtaposition. I love it.
Juxtaposition, yeah.
So Renee's dog, her name is Molu.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So Molu and Theo will like play sometimes. They'll like chase each other. It's really adorable. But then it's all fun and games until like Theo like will start like going at at Molu with her claws,
Mm.
and it's
Oh.
like low-key kind of scary. Like
Yeah.
so, and like you'll try to like pick up Theo and be like, oh, like I love you, and then it'll like scratch the shit out of you. Like it scratched Swati. Like
Oh my
there
God.
was
Oh my
like
God.
a big ass scar on her
When-
wrist.
when
and
was
then
that
also
from?
her like upper chest, like from Theo.
No, when
and then
did that,
Swati, this
was-
whole
when did that
time,
happen?
It happened probably like
probably
2
a
weeks
week ago, right?
Okay.
No,
Or
it was
maybe-
like a week and a half,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah, we can have yeah.
But in his defense, he was actually kind of losing it. I think when we were playing like the speaker, like at our part, like the music on the speaker, I think he was kind of like fucking up his like I don't know pheromones, whatever. But
His
he
cat
was
vibes.
yeah, it definitely was. Cats don't like loud noises, so he was kind of losing his mind, and I was holding him because I was like, oh my god, but what's going on? And then he like pawed away and he like scratched me, but whatever. Proceed. Sorry.
Theo's actually a good cat. I'm just I was like going I was going to Renee's room to like pick up something from my bag, and I go into a room, I turn on the light, and I see Theo on the bed. I'm like, oh, and then I just like look a little bit like more closely, and it looks like Theo is pleasuring himself with one of Molu's I believe one of Molu's toys, I think.
What the fuck?
And I was like, fucking savage. Like, we get it. Like, you hate Molu. But yeah, that's basically what I saw. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, Theo. I'll leave.
I'm so sorry. I'll leave you to
I
it.
was like, Swati, what?
What?
I want to give him his space. But I was just like, this is not something that I wanted to see, and I thought I would ever see in my life.
Which is so
And
dramatic.
that raised a good question, because it was like, then we're like, do cats masturbate? And then I don't know if we ever looked it up, because
We did.
I feel like
Yeah, do not
dogs-
look that
I
up.
think
Do
it's
not look that up.
If you type that into
You
your
should
phone,
FBI.
you will be put on a list.
yeah. I don't want to. We can.
You will
ask
get
ChatGPT
watched.
later. Yeah.
Theo is also neutered or spayed or whatever. Like, he's not humping things and he's not pleasuring himself. For context, this is why I hate the story, because I was like hosting people. Like, we were hosting like a little like dosa day for those of you guys who know what dosas are, but we were making dosas and like whatever. And I was hosting people, and Nithin walks out like guns blazing. He's like, that cat is doing something weird, Swati. Like, I don't know what. And I was like, Nithin,
I was like, what is this deviant behavior? Like, what
yeah,
is-
he's like, what? And I go inside, and Theo's just looking cute as hell. Like, you saw those pictures, and I was like, do not antagonize this poor cat for no reason. And so when I finally understood what they were talking about, basically what cats do is like they'll like grab prey with like their paws, and then they'll kick it with their bottom legs. So they're like holding it and then like kicking it. So it just looks like kind of suggestive. But they're just doing that to like, I think they like literally knock out their prey and then they like kill it and eat it or whatever. But that's why they're kicking it. And Nithin's just like minding the fucking gutter. He was like, that's what Theo's doing. And I was like, poor cat. He's just looking for some fun.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I
story.
believe Nathan.
I love it. Yeah.
Proceed.
He found fun one way or the other, so good for him.
True.
There you go.
Yeah.
True.
So Amrita visited Chicago and visited them last week, and she was saying that Theo was there too, and apparently Theo woke up Molu from Molu's nap. Molu was sleeping so pretty bad.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
mean.
no. Renee like loves Molu. Like, she like spoils the shit out of her. And Renee was holding Molu, like, and Molu was like sleeping, like just like boop, boop. And Theo, again, just a fuck ass cat with nothing to do, he like walks up to Molu and just like swats her right in the face as she's sleeping.
Unprovoked. Unprovoked.
And Renee's like losing her mind. She's like, what is this cat doing? And Theo just like walks away, like he's like,
Job's
my
done.
job here is done. Yeah. He's like, I'm done. But yeah, that's funny. I forgot Amrita saw that. She's probably like, why is this cat in this house? But
And just like Theo's job, this podcast is done. We wanted to thank Nitin and Swati
Oh my
for
God.
coming on. It's a lot of fun, a lot of different conversations, and great catching up with you guys because it's been a while. So before we end it,
miss
is there
you.
anything you guys wanted to share? Any messages to the world or our listeners or anything in general?
Oh.
Please go follow
That's-
Charlie
that's a-
and
No.
Swati. There you go.
there you go.
And
I thought you were gonna say it.
Nitin has a follow at Nitin Charlie photo.
Mm.
It's Nathan Charlie photography, bruh.
Fuck. Well, if you
No,
type
Harsha's
that
right.
much.
Harsha's
No,
right.
I'm right. I'm right.
Harsha's right.
Wait, it's Nathan
Oh.
Charlie photo?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Nathan, there's nothing of photography.
Who knows his account
I thought
better?
Nathan-
Just type them both in, see
Wait.
what comes up.
Wait, are you sure it's not Nathan Charlie photography?
You don't think he knows
Last
his
time I
account?
checked, yeah. I don't know.
What the hell? Huh, never mind. I'll say that this is really cool and you guys should keep doing what you're doing, and I think this is a really fun way to like document your lives now, so you can go back and listen to
Yeah.
it. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe. An interesting discussion sometimes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never
Yeah.
mind. I take it back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I mean, like Swati said, this is when Harsha told me about this podcast, I thought he was joking. Like, I was
Yeah,
like, this is
same.
like the coolest idea ever. Like, I wish I did this with my friends. Like, this is like so cool. Like, and like Swati said, it's kind of like it's like what do they call those things that you put
A time capsule.
memories into? A time capsule, yeah. It's like a time capsule for your guys' like friendship, and it's actually also like a testament to your guys' friendship, like how close you guys are, how committed you guys are to each other. Like, it's really admirable, and like it makes me more excited about like showing that affection to my friends, and like I don't know, it's just like overall just like good vibes, and yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Really happy to be
Appreciate
here.
it. Yeah,
Bruh,
thank you
So
guys
I
for-
say the exact same shit. I said
Yeah.
the exact same
Yours was
shit.
the
Yeah.
warm up for us.
And it
We're,
was-
we're bad at
it
we're bad at
was-
reacting. Okay.
It was
Like,
crickets. It
yeah.
was thanks.
Yeah, we're
And
bad
then
at.
Nathan says,
Yeah.
Nathan says something for like 10 seconds longer, and it's like, wow, thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, it just says more about us than it does about
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
what?
absolutely.
Wait, right before we end, when's the last time the four of us have hung out in person?
Oh.
In January? No way, right?
Cabo.
Yeah, is it in Cabo? Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No.
In Cabo.
Yeah, Cabo. Fuck. Yeah, that's a while.
soft flex.
Yo, next time the
We
four
all
of us
hung
see
out
each other,
last
like next
in
week,
Singapore.
we should give ourselves a hug, bro.
Spoiler alert: we did not.
Like a intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Take a
down.
picture for your followers.
Actually, yeah, we could.
Harsha
Kind of
doesn't
weird.
have time for that. He's getting married. He can only
Yeah.
hug his wife starting whatever.
Wait, are you guys gonna bring up that podcast during his
Yeah, we're gonna have a booth
Oh,
actually. We'll have a
no.
live recording, and
There-
we'll just have people come in and out.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
The wedding is just a front for us to promote the podcast.
Okay. You guys are the official sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
they're gonna be like there's gonna be like the pyre, and then like just behind it
Mhm.
will be the QR code for this.
We should
podcast.
actually
Yeah.
do some podcast content though. That'd be kind of interesting. We think something next week.
Wait.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert again: we did not.
That's
like
so
And if you want to
funny.
see that podcast content, check that out on Instagram.
Yeah,
You
Wait
can
till
find
fucking
it
June.
on Instagram at Industry Discussion. You can find our episodes on Spotify, Apple Music, find some clips on YouTube, TikTok, SoundCloud, Amazon, Google Photos, PNC, Bank of America, Venmo, wherever you get your podcasts. So yeah, we wanna thank
This
you
dude
for
just
this
always
one.
lists out his fucking bank information every time.
Next time, just put an account number.
Yeah.
We want to thank Nitin and Swati for coming on, and make sure to tune in for the next episode for another great time with the boys. And I don't know what's happening after this episode, so just tune in. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy.